The villain, I can't find the words. It's such a foreign life cycle, or perhaps not. They launch themselves across the expanse of space, preserved for eons, until at last their technological arcs can hone and carry them to a new home. They have no connection with their predecessors, but in spite of this, because of this, they have amazing recollections of their history. Their stories are epic, reaching back through the eons. Unlike many of us who are abducted, they are abducted as a whole. Their scoop moved an entire facility, what was about to be annihilated. I have come to believe that they, perhaps more than any of us, have a deeper understanding of whatever the strange system that we find ourselves in. I need to write this down. We buried Ji Yun today. This place never really agreed with her. Kept to herself mostly, depressed and downcast. Anyway, I digress. I stayed after the brief words were spoken. I was the last to leave. I wandered to the dome, as I often do, and looked out at the undilating Saurian wilderness beyond the cell wall. Movement caught my eye. Now, on very rare occasions, we see Mofang scrambling about in the distance. So I guess the Mofang are on the same planet, maybe? There have been fewer and fewer sightings over the years, but before me was a tall, haggard Mofang running desperately almost directly towards me from one of the distant structures. It, I still can't tell the gender, got closer and closer. I thought it would see me and stop, or turn around, or be curious about this strange dome and our world inside it. But it continued running quickly, almost directly to my position. I was frozen in place with curiosity, until my reflexes took over at the last moment and I leapt out of the way, but rather than hit the dome and fall backward, or come through into Hunrath, the dome flashed its familiar tone, and the Mofang vanished. I was stunned for a bit, but I retrieved my wits and stepped into the dome myself to quickly get to the other side. After getting through, I immediately turned around and saw the Mofang outside on the other side of the dome, still running away from whatever it feared, but as if it had no sense of passing around the dome. As surprising as the event was, it did serve to settle a few things in my mind. I always wondered how no one on Earth noticed what had replaced the chunk of Arizona we have here. I got to the vent. Again, there was those who argue with me. Over and over, I demonstrate that in almost every case, whatever the process was that brought us here, it occurred at a pivotal moment. They tell us stories, and they still can't admit that the abduction actually saved each of us, all of us. What is it in the human nature that grasps so strongly to the past, that we blame our saviors for stealing it from us? Okay, one more event before bed. If each of us was individually saved from something, then maybe all of us were corporately saved from something larger. Can we really be sure what's left? And this, the arrivers come from various places and times. Sarah got here almost 15 years ago from the year 2055. And Wiesel got here 2.5 years ago from 1942. What does this mean? Time here is shuffled and chaotic compared to Earth. What state is Earth in right now? When is Earth right now? It's 3:15 a.m. and I feel compelled to journal this craziness. After spending most of yesterday meditating with the Arai, and then most of this evening discussing the nature of the worlds with CW, I have just had a sip of infamous Hunrath hooch and collapsed in my chair. Well, when I just awoke from the dream, I am not one who puts a lot of credibility in dreams, but maybe the RI were able to move something in me to understand, or possibly because of the intense discussion, my subconscious mind has triggered to be able to sort out some logical connections. Or maybe it was the hooch. The dream. I was tending a garden, an immense garden, and it wasn't for food or flowers. It was just about the health of the garden. I kept working and working to control it and contain it and make it healthier. But the garden seemed to fight me at every turn, and after what seemed like days of work, I finally gave up in frustration. And as I stood there, doing nothing, the garden flourished before my eyes, growing and spreading in every direction. Because I realized the system that the plants were based on is not about me shaping and controlling. The natural system of plants is healthier when they are out of control. They are free to spread and intermingle and cross-pollinate and mutate. Now, from a human point of view, that may not provide what I want. I get smaller fruit and smaller flowers and untidiness. But from the point of view of the plants, they grow stronger and much more resilient and resistant. The more they are scattered, the higher the odds of surviving. And now I contemplate. I realize that even the individual plants and seeds may not appreciate the benefits of what's happening. They are torn far from their origins, forced into situations that seem extreme, possibly even destroyed by these new environments. But for the seeds that survive, the seeds that survive. Now, that's where the real growth, strength, and abundance come from. It's so beautiful and terrifying. Beyond the beauty of it all is a system and structure that defies understanding. Okay, so what if it's all a natural process? There are signs of something behind it all, but well-hidden signs. So, if I look at all of this, the cell, the tree, the water, the seeds, the hub, the health, even the abduction, there seems to be a grand system or plan. The plan doesn't take me into account. It is unemotionally intent on the health of something much bigger. That may hurt my feelings, but, what am I? An entire scheme of the universe. I have no idea what, if anything, might have put this process into motion, but that is irrelevant. Tomorrow I'll talk to CW. He could be swayed from his battery plan. Okay, so the thing that I'm helping him with, he's still working on. I really don't journal much. I came to write this down because I'm distraught. As I contemplate the plan that I have set in motion, I realize that I have become a destroyer of worlds. I sat down to write, to seek some cathartic tranquilization. I know what I want to say and I just can't say it right now. Tranquilization. And I realized the last thing I journaled was some historically beautiful philosophy about letting this garden grow. Not so reaffirming or calming. But nevertheless, here is my reasoning, because I must write this down. Simply, it's us or them. Complexity. If this is some kind of garden, and we are the plants or seeds or whatever, some of us have gotten together and decided that we are the better choice to survive if others are unilaterally decided that we all won't survive. I am more fit, damn it. This is not me. I want to be calm and garden or ungarden or grow or... What gives one species the right to destroy other species? Who gets to choose? Do I just lay down and die because a more aggressive species think that they're better, more powerful? What brutal scale do I use to measure the good of some against the life of others? Does love ever destroy in order to help more survive? To help love itself survive? Does that even make sense? Can I kill because I will bring about more love? What if I'm not even capable of understanding the situation, of hate versus love? Maybe I am the hater. Do I generate this love delusion to help me maintain my sanity in light of the choice I have made? My God, it is too much. If these are just my walls of delusion, then I choose to live within them. I am a seed, scattered by the wind. But I will not simply be trampled. I will kick and scream and survive. May God have mercy on my soul. I could be wrong. This almost looks like the setup of a Bible. Because there's like little notes down here. There's usually a line in between two sets of text. So I wonder if those things are the clicking sounds. Can I look inside, though? No, I guess not. CF. Oh, I like him. He's cute. Little samurai hat. It's a nice boat. Okay, so I've read the 2 books. Can I pick up that? No. Oh, is that cute? Little play stage for puppets. So obviously it's important enough for them to put it away in the vault. Oh. That looks like moon phases. I'm gonna document everything. Don't know what this is supposed to be. It looks like Grr. It really does look like Grr. I'm gonna have some tacos. Oh, he's broken. Does he record anything, or is it just... Oh. No, can't turn it? Okay. That's a little creepy. Speaking of which, so's this. Well, while that we're here, I think we should check out that Russian sub again. They're not flying around the battery anymore. Wasn't there something else? I was pretty sure. I wonder how I get across there. Because that looks like something I might be able to do, interact with. Maybe that's just CW's part of its battery. That's just for the water. Oh, the tree's not green anymore. It's actually gold. Oh, weird. Huh. This is what I was referring to earlier, how the pathway is similar to that other planet and their pathways around their machines. Oh, so that's what this half looks like. Okay.
Don't panic. This is the best way to keep everyone safe. Just stay on this path and cross the first bridge. Then keep going until you get to that sign-in area. You'll get more information after you sign in. Don't panic. This is the best way to keep everyone safe. Just stay on this path and
Sign-in
cross the first
area.
bridge. Then keep going until you get to that sign-in
That actually made me
You'll
jump.
get more information.
I was not expecting her to start talking. Wow. Sign in area. I don't even know if I'm going on the right path. Ooh. Oh. Going to Hunrath again. Going back and forth between the worlds now. Wonder where this one's going to take me. Oh. Okay. Was there a reason for that? Weird. Okay. I guess let's go to the sign-in area. I'm sure there's some sort of reason for that one. That's how I got up in the first place. Okay. Oh wow, those kind of look like guns. How do I get across? Okay, start talking
Don't
again.
panic. This is the best way to keep everyone safe. Just stay on this path and cross the first bridge. Then keep going until you get to that sign-in area. You'll get more information.
This way. And around. Across the bridge. There's no bridge. I wonder. So that's still a gap. But if I go to this one again, will it be different when I go back? Aha. Oh, there's a beam here too. Can I not walk through plants? There we go. Apparently not. Oh, another gap. Kind of looks like another transporter right there, maybe. Okay. So I guess I have to go back to where I originally started to go into the ship. Oh, weird music. I kind of like it. So is this a Valen's ship? Because it looks very similar to the technology at the front of the front of the cart. That's another one of those screens. Doesn't go any further than that. Okay. I don't even know where that beam is coming from. So I'm not quite sure what to do right now. That's a pretty looking living space. Wouldn't mind living into a house like that. Okay, so that's the bridge I came across. What's down here? Ooh. Barrier. Okay. Can't go there just yet. I may have to stop the video here. I think it's gone on quite long. Also not entirely sure what to do next. Thanks for joining me this week. Got a little bit of more knowledge, a little bit more reading, and also got to another planet. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week, whichever game I'm playing.